to Penthouse. Yeah.
Oh, look at the insurance.
Yeah. You seen that?
Look at the
That
insurance.
was some.
And then boom.
That was some country shit though.
You get in the pocket.
Cause I ain't gonna lie, my mama got me so traumatized.
Stepping on
I
couches?
never step on the couch.
I mean,
Did you at least have your shoes off?
See, that's what, huh?
Ooh.
I at least have my shoes on. You feel that?
Ooh. What is that?
That's that new
I
stuff.
know what you're doing with this.
Yeah, that's well, no.
No,
So I was laughing.
Look,
I was laughing
hey, stop,
at the
let me
last
stop you
week's
right here
episode.
before he try to lie.
Oh my!
You know what? That
goodness.
ain't play.
This is a great comforter. Okay,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen, this how it feels.
Yeah, it does.
You know what I'm saying? I hope you can see it.
Oh man.
If you aren't looking,
We need to put an affiliate link. For this
that's what I'm
bracket,
saying. If you
'cause
aren't looking at this podcast, I was watching the podcast today, the one that dropped today, and I was just trying to see where could people. How do you find the version that you can look for us on? Like, I know YouTube is definitely the version, but isn't it a option on the podcast app too as well?
What you mean? Oh yeah, you can get us on all podcasts.
Well, I'm saying, I
When
know
you talking about video?
Yeah, video.
No,
version.
only YouTube because of the way it is. Because
Okay, because I remember at one point we had it on there.
Well, the reason is because the distribution is
Different.
like you got to have like multiple podcasts.
I got you.
Because it's like basically you can't do the same stream on Google Play because there's no video over there.
Okay.
Spotify just got video, but I think they're only doing that for Joe Rogan. So
yeah, Joe Rogan is
and we not Joe Rogan
of an exception, right?
Yeah, we not Joe Rogan.
Big text, ladies and gentlemen.
Big text.
Give us big text. Big text.
And by the way, I always announce it. I'm actually putting his stuff down here. G Walker's in the building.
Oh, G Walker.
And I'm telling you what I said on my Instagram. I'm putting 50,000 up on him. Best photographer
ever.
Let's go.
He came through, man. Every time I need some photos.
That's just how I am, G Walker. I want you to know. I'm always gonna put big expectations on you if you're around me.
Yeah.
To level up.
You gotta do it, man. That's how we do it.
Because to me, it ain't no better influencer than you.
Nah,
to me.
It ain't. No, it ain't. I don't
care
think
what
so
you
neither.
say.
I don't care.
Okay,
neither.
what you say.
I don't think so.
Come see me
Again,
about it.
I love it because the energy that you get is the energy that it is.
Yeah, for
you
sure.
know what I'm saying? And I'm here for it. But like I call G-Walk all the time though, Pete, when I need photos and everything. So I'm like, hey, ladies and gentlemen, if you're in Houston, Texas, and you know Houston is a metropolitan right now.
Yeah, it's booming. Texas.
It's booming.
Everybody trying to come in.
Big Tex. Look at Big Tex, man.
You seen what 50 Cent said?
50 Cent said
50 Cent
moving.
mad. He said he ain't fooling with Biden because he raised the taxes.
Yeah.
And then he like, hey, I'm thinking about that Texas.
I'm thinking about that big Texas. I think
good here.
Amazon gonna pick up and drop off up in Texas.
Yeah.
Tesla gonna pick up and
Tesla
drop off.
already did it. And
Tesla
you know why?
did it?
Then tax is lovely here.
Oh,
We don't got no
man.
state income tax.
We don't have no state income
No
tax.
state
And that's
income tax.
sexy to somebody that's, like you said, somebody that's in the back of that account watching those
If
taxes
you see
go
them,
out.
especially as a business person, when you see, because you got to match them taxes.
Yeah.
You pay somebody payroll, you got to match them taxes. That's what they don't tell you.
Yeah, that's what they don't tell you.
You got to
That's-
match them taxes.
You got to, and that's gonna be very
You
important.
think it's just coming out of your check. It's coming out us too.
Yeah, it's everywhere.
And then
Them
the thing
taxes
is,
real.
like, I remember this girl, she was a lawyer, she worked in Cali. I feel like, I saw her, she posted her check.
Yeah.
It was like $6,000.
Yeah.
By the end of it, it was like $3,000.
Tax. Uncle
Wow.
Sam. Imagine your uncle pulling up on you like, yeah, need that.
Imagine you just working in the field. You back busting labor. You
And
you digging a
Uncle
ditch.
Sam pull up
And you-
in the
and-
Ferrari.
And then somebody pay you out. Hey, there go your $200 for the day. Then he pull up, like you say, Rari.
Uncle Sam pull up
He shake
with a
everybody's
comb
hand.
over, with a slick
Yeah,
ass
he
comb.
do like this. He
yeah,
lick his eyebrows and do like that. And then he say,
and
hey.
he walk up on you and just say, need that.
And you, man.
Need that.
Half. Say, but Uncle Sam, how much of the work you did?
Worry about that.
Bruh,
I'm
my
Unc.
child.
I'm Big Unc. I'm Unc.
I'm the reason you out here. What you mean?
I'm Uncle Sam.
Well, you know what time it is.
Hey,
Big
man,
Unc.
get to Texas ASAP. I told you I'm gonna become a
Move your business online and move your business to Texas.
Yes,
ASAP.
ASAP. And then isn't it another tax break, something like that you were discussing, like in Delaware or something like that?
Oh, so a lot of the big corporations, they Delaware, Wyoming, because some of them don't even have sales tax. So when you go,
That's just some
so
free
I'm gonna give you
game
some
right
free
there.
game. Like when you go talk to like the wealth asset builders, because we get into that point where those people reach out to us, and I've talked to some of them on the phone, and they be like, "Yeah, you know, the dude was talking to me as if he was telling me like the dark secrets, right?"
Yeah,
I was like, "So you know, I'm looking to protect my assets." He said, "Yeah,
you
we
can
could do."
imagine him on the phone
Yeah,
looking
that's what I'm
around.
saying. He's like, I feel like he's like, close that door.
Close that door for me.
So what we could do is we could set you up with
Mr. Hicks, are you
a
alone?
corporation in Miami. He was like, well, what we can do is we could have 1-year corporations on the other ones, and then you could have the asset protection where people won't even know who owns the corporation. I said, oh shit,
Yeah.
this is this is it. We having a conversation.
Yeah, it's the type of people. Yeah,
I feel like as soon as you sign up for that, they like, you in now.
Yeah, you in. All right, bet. I'm gonna have to drop this game.
Then we gonna start having conspiracy theory videos.
Of course, you already know how it go. But look, this is what I'm saying. And the thing is, like, that's why you should want to. We ain't even got it popping in today's episode. Yeah. We just vibing right now. You know what I'm saying? But that's why you want to get around certain people. You know what I'm saying? You want because the knowledge is the power. You know where I'm going. So it's like
you're not gonna get that.
Yeah, you got to put yourself in situations so you can get certain knowledge, and that's why I advocate for all of my friends, family, like to push the barrier. Like if you think you can't do it, that's exactly what you probably should do. Man. It's scary as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm telling some of my nieces, or my youngest nieces and nephews this at this moment. Like it's scary. You know what I'm saying? And I know, like. Like me and my mom, we trying to help my nieces and nephews, because we getting of age, like to where, it's time for people to start understanding reality. Like that kid shit is not a thing anymore. You got to realize that shit was just so you can have a good upbringing, so you can get ready for this part. You get where I'm going. So it's like, yeah, man, that portion, getting around those people with that knowledge, that's the type of knowledge that you need to have.
So John, give you a prime example of that. John, we always talk about John. John's the money man.
Yeah.
But he put me on like the tax-free wealth. And one big things that they talked about in there is like how people build wealth really quickly with credit.
Yeah.
And it's basically the idea of leverage.
Yeah.
So it's basically like, okay, let's say, for example, you got $50,000 worth of credit. And I'll give you an easy example. You run advertisements.
Yeah.
So I might not have $50,000 in my business, but I could get $50,000 worth of credit.
We're gonna do an episode hardcore credit. So like hardcore credit.
If I can run $50,000,
because I know what somebody thinking. How you get $50,000 in credit?
Oh, well, that's a way to do it. But just to give you a little teaser for something we'll do in the future.
Mm-hmm.
Like let's say you just got $50,000 worth of credit, and it's not as hard as you would think. And I spend $50,000, but I got a product that every time I spend $1, I make $3.
Yeah.
So now I take that $50,000, 1 for 3. That would be what? 50,000.
Yeah.
And I pay back the 50,000. I got $100,000 profit. Damn, now out of thin air.
So
how quickly could you scale? Because now think about it, you got the $100,000 and the $50,000 again because you paid it back.
Exactly. And then the only part that's scary about that is you probably haven't dealt with, that type of money. So it gets like you get nervous about it. You get, you get iffy about it. You know what I'm saying? Some people get opportunities to get $50,000 and they just don't know what to do with it, so they don't take it. But this is why I just said, I encourage my people to take that. Like, what's the better problem? Not having $50 or having $50,000. Not having $50,000 or having $50,000 and not knowing what to do.
My boy Steve Harvey say, you're going to have problems anyway. I'd rather have money problems than have, I'd rather not have money problems and just have the regular problems I'm going to have anyway.
Exactly.
I'm always going to have family problems and stuff like that. I'm always going to have some problem like this happened to my family member. They got sick or
those happen.
You always have those. But I don't want to have those and be like, man, how am I pay my rent?
Yeah, so like, come on now, we gotta if we can relieve one of them motherfuckers, let's get this money shit figured out.
You ever heard that statement?
What?
I'd rather cry in a
Bugatti,
Benz. Something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
But I'd rather cry in a Rolls Royce.
That's what I'm saying. All that is chick crack. I'm gonna start a new series on my YouTube. Go check it out. It's gonna be chick crack. I'm going over the meme reviews from that. The Justin.
You need to watch that.
Yeah, that's gonna be.
Because I love a little toxic content.
Yeah, come on, man. We all need it. That's what I was talking about earlier. Like I'm reading the Book of Buddha right now. It's all about balance. You know what I'm saying? Like, and if you
letting go of attachment,
you're letting go of attachment, all of that. You know what I'm saying? All of that is extremely important. Understanding that. I'm reading that book right now, and it's definitely changing a lot of different things. You know what I'm saying? But
I love Eastern philosophy, bro.
But at the end of the day, though, honestly, I was telling my friend, like, I'm understanding, because I don't really, and I hope it's somebody out here that can relate to this. I don't really receive, and I don't want nobody to get scared about this, because I still consume a lot of knowledge. You know what I'm saying? I get a lot of knowledge from you. I listen. You get what I'm saying? But I don't really receive my knowledge through reading books. You get what I'm saying? Because what I'm understanding is through books is just stories told by somebody to help you understand the deeper message, right? So if I can listen to your perspective and have the willingness to learn from your mistakes, like if I can put my pride aside and really listen to what you have to say to me, I can literally take your lesson and embed it into my reality.
There's a statement that says you got to make a lot of mistakes to be successful, but there's no rule that the mistakes have to be your own.
Hey, now
I'm gonna tell you something else too with that. Here's the biggest thing about
where
me.
Where they get that from, G-Walk?
And here's the biggest thing about me in books, though, right?
Yeah.
I done read a shit ton of books than most people, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I ain't Warren Buffett. He doing 700 pages a day. So I'm crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. I read a lot. I'm always reading. But here's the biggest problem with people reading, and I think I've said this on the show before. when I read books, I went and applied that shit immediately. And that's how I got the lessons embedded.
Yeah.
Because you don't really get the lessons from reading. That's what people don't understand. You get the inspiration.
You're
supposed to take action immediately. And then once you take action,
you'll get the
it's
lesson.
like, cause that's how I synthesize quickly. People are like, man, you absorb information quickly. It's like, you read it, then you do it.
Then you
read
go,
it, then you do it. Then it's like,
it's
now,
no dead time in between.
it's like, so now you got this understanding that everybody like, how'd you get such a quick understanding? It's like, not only do I have the secondhand knowledge of reading,
I'm gonna go fucking
but
do
I
it.
also have done it. So now I'm like, okay, I got experience. When I learned how to market, bro.
What Drake say? You worried about you putting too much time in your captions, you're not taking no action.
That's the truth, man. That's why you gotta fuck with that. But you ready? We going off.
Oh man, we
ready
to
do it?
Oh shit, I forgot we was even.
You ready to get in there today?
Hey, you know the best part about these podcasts is like me and him, we have conversations every day, so it's a breath of fresh air.
We really could have a whole podcast. We just did that.
Yeah, no, but this is what we do. I'll call him. We have these hour conversations on the phone. Like if we don't do it on air, it's happening.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying. So I literally just forgot we was filming.
Because that's one of them things that you would think 20 years from now comes out. They weren't even really friends. No, that's not.
Come on now. We kick it like
I think it's on you today. You ready for Mama's House Mail?
Hey, Mama's House Mail.
There we go.
So Mama's House Mail.
Oh, we don't even need this today.
I don't even need the iPad today because
we got G-Walk.
We got G-Walk in the building, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said at the beginning, G-Walk is a world-class photographer. Gonna get you righteous.
Yeah.
Just how you need it. The photos gonna be spick and span.
Any professional.
Don't
worry about him pulling up because a lot of times when you got these young dudes doing your photos, you know what they are.
God.
You know what they are.
Yeah, man, they gonna pull up.
Let me do a shoot for you and free of charge. What time it is?
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. Before we got
professional.
Before we got today's episode popped off, right? While we were setting up, G-Walk had an amazing question, and I want to spit it out to the you know what I'm saying, to the audience on Mama's House of Penthouse. So make sure y'all lock in on today's question. This is Mama's House Mail. So G-Walk, his question was, refresh me really quickly. I think it was
how to deal with clients' unrealistic expectations? Unexpected expectations.
G-Walk said how to deal with the clients' what was it?
Unexpected expectation.
Why is that hard to say?
It's a bit of
unexpected.
Is that a tongue twister? Because I don't feel like it's twisting your tongue. I just feel like it's
how
hard
to deal
to say.
with clients' unexpected expectations. There we go. Now we got it. Ain't a tongue
Get your diction right.
There you go.
Get your diction right.
You see, that's what I learned about MCing. You got to hit the words right on cue.
Yeah.
Make it count.
You got the MC voice though.
Yeah, you know.
Everybody think they can MC. They think they can do what you do until you hand that mic to them.
Oh man, I was doing that in the club. I was like, "You want to do it?" Everybody cringe up. It's like everybody just locked.
They whole shoulder just.
They just freeze up.
Or somebody get on there. Yeah. Like, why does everybody say it's your? I don't know if that's a Houston thing. Like,
it's your boy.
Like they get on there and be like, "It's your girl such and such in the club." Like, what is that? Why?
I don't know, man. That's just
that may be a Houston thing. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know neither. But
if they do that in your MC club, in your clubs and stuff, just DM us or leave a comment and be like,
I'll come and save the day. Don't worry about it. Exactly. But yeah, let's go ahead and answer today's question. I guess how to deal with clients' unexpected expectations.
Yeah, so,
I think what this means is like you got a client that that you provide a service for them and they don't really like I said. We gave an analogy earlier, like a client, you perform a service for a client and it's, let's just use photography, for example. It's a photography service and like, it's a lot of photos that you take, you know what I'm saying? And then the client continues to hit you up like 2-3 days after. They don't understand the process. So
to get that quality,
this unexpected expectation of the photos being done magically in 24 hours is something that the client just doesn't understand. So how do you deal with that in that particular moment? Like you got a client blowing your phone up, they don't understand the process, they just like beating your horn down. You know what I'm saying? So
to analyze this, we gotta go a couple layers, right? Because first it's because G-Walk was telling me, he was like, so he did a wedding and it was he took like 500 photos. And you know when G-Walk do photos, he edited them to the T. This is like stuff that you're gonna be able to print out on a poster and be like, man, that was the legit photo. And this person saw other people posting iPhone pics on Instagram, was like, yeah, well, I don't have the photos back yet. It's like the next day. It's like, come on, if you want that high quality, there's got to be certain expectations set. But I think the biggest thing when I'm going back, the first thing I would say is making sure that you set up proper expectations. One thing about me, when I remember when we was at Entrepreneur Trap House, and people used to be in there selling them, and I used to be sitting there going, hey, look, let's make sure that we measure their expectations, because you're telling them all this fantastical stuff, and a lot of times I know to get a sale, people want to leave certain details out. But it's like, people don't really get how it works. And we've had this happen even when we've explained to the best of our abilities. I've sat in the offices with people and I've been like, damn, I explained all this to them. They just really didn't get how this works.
Yeah.
So I think the first thing is setting up the proper expectations. And the more clients you work with, just being real with you, at the beginning, it's going to happen.
Oh, yeah.
Right? You just got to accept it because you haven't built a process of dealing with
clients. Yeah. So after a while, you'll understand, like, all right, this is going to be a common thing that
so
people with this particular booking is going to want. So let me just, at the beginning of this, just let them know, all right, so I want you to understand that this is going to be done 2 to 3 weeks. And I'm only telling you worst case scenario, like you said, just to give me leeway, just so that you won't be in the wind and things of that nature. But really, what I love about it, I think I said this on the episode, my friends call me communication cowboy, right? So I'm going to let you know. I'm going to hit you up. I'm going to communicate with you to let you know what it is. That way, is no gap time in between, or just no room for error. You know what I'm saying?
Communication cowboy shirts coming soon. I think the biggest thing is this, right? Like, okay,
big text.
So at a lot of companies, they got something called graveyard files.
Yeah.
What graveyard files are is every client that you lose, you put it in the graveyard files and you talk about why you lost them.
Yeah.
So a lot of times, if you keep seeing in there that expectations weren't measured, you'll start getting a sense of the type of stuff that people ask. Because really, like when I do marketing for some people, people don't ask. They'll ask me to do certain stuff and I'd be like, I'll tell them, I say, I can do that for you. But this is what's going to happen. And I would run them through the entire scenario. I literally do this on the phone. I did this yesterday, literally while we was in Marshalls. Was it? Home Goods.
Yeah.
It was a Home Goods. So I'm talking to one of the clients.
Actually, that's where I got this from.
Yeah, and this is nice.
Yeah.
So I'm at Home Goods. I'm talking to him, and I tell him, he's like, man, I want to do this with the advertising. I say, look, man, I can do that, but it's not going to really get you any sales. And the thing is, I know a lot of people when they come to us for marketing, they might be like, yeah, I want brand awareness, but that's not what they really want.
Yeah,
they really want sales. And so to measure people's expectations, I feel like we have to take time in the discovery process when we're doing sales to truly discover what their objectives are. Because I feel like a lot of times we're so eager to get the sale, it's that we forget to really uncover as many objectives as possible. And so once we get the sale, we go and do what they ask, but it's not what they wanted.
Exactly.
That's key. I'm gonna say that again. We do what they want, but it's not what. No, we do what they ask,
but not
what they want.
Yeah, and that's why every time we get a client, we do the kickoff meetings just to break down. If we get the goals, like what you want, you know what I'm saying, and then from there we'll set the proper expectations. So that way, it's no room for it's absolutely nothing that can be. We already said what we want to establish, and if we hit those goals, then we covered. You understand, like it was just the communication prior to the project starting. That way, everybody is on the same page. And I took that same approach to an industry that really doesn't have any like organization in that little area, and it lifted me up to a higher standard. I'm talking about the master of ceremony thing that we do here. So basically, the MCing. So you see me on social media. I am like big time around Houston, Texas. I'm even starting to travel to other cities as the world opens up. You know what I'm saying? So
you the biggest MC.
Yeah. So I'm going for the modern day Dougie Fresh vibe. I want to put that type of stuff on like YouTube and just go with it. You know what I'm saying? But I took that same approach in the MCing world. I just communicated with the people that booked me. I took it upon myself to create more of a friendship with them. This is just I guess I would say like another tactic that you can use. But I just took it upon myself to communicate a little bit more, to build a deeper relationship than just like the nightlife side of things. You know what I'm saying? And that kind of, just lifted me up in that area. But I would just say, like I said, the communication part is the key that I know would separate that barrier from this. You know what I'm saying?
And I want to say something just on a side note to the podcast.
Yeah.
If you ever hear us talking about something multiple times, that means it's important.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. That means
one thing you keep touching on is communication.
Oh man,
I'm telling you, it's $1 million skill.
It's $1 million.
You may not
skill.
believe it. He keeps suddenly slipping it in there, but
I'm telling you right now, as you can see, man, I'm not even the most well-spoken person, but I will communicate with you. I have a friend. Her name is Sophia. She both of us, like, I know, like, we both struggle sometimes. Like, I be listening to her, so she be listening to me, and we both agree. Like, my thing is, I love that she's still going to communicate with you, though. It don't matter. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to communicate with you. I'm going to hit you up.
And I want to get a key distinction between being a communicator and communicating.
Yes.
Right? And I know you could go Webster's dictionary and be like, well, this is what I'm trying to say. When you communicate, like right now we're communicating to you.
Yeah.
Like with words. But a communicator is somebody who, I guess you could say, is almost like a person who gives you a check-in, right? They keep your temperature a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, when it comes to clients all have a different temperature, a different temperament. And I'm gonna go deep today. Because this is just the basic answer. We level 1 right now as far as client expectations.
Level 1.
I'm gonna give you some stuff. And G-Wall, I think you're gonna like some of the stuff I'm gonna say when I go deeper on this. But the thing is, when you communicate, me and him first met, the reason we became business partners is because of communication. So, for example, I'll give you a prime example between communicating with somebody and being a communicator, just saying words, and communicating with somebody.
Yeah.
So, you used to come to my mom's house on the north side.
Yeah.
And you'd be like, hey, look, so today I want us to pull up and do XYZ work.
Yeah.
Let's say for some reason, I could not do XYZ work.
Mm-hmm.
Even if it's 10 hours off, I'm going to say, hey, look, I just want to let you know I'm not going to be able to do that tomorrow.
Yeah.
Instead of you pulling up
Yeah.
and saying, oh, yeah, bro, I ain't going to be able to do it today.
Yeah, that's
subtle.
Yeah.
So things have changed, communicated instantly.
Yeah.
Things have changed. Hey, say something goes wrong with the client. Instantly, I'm going to say, hey, look, we talked about this the other day, but this is what's going on right now.
Mm-hmm.
And then also anticipating stuff. See, I can anticipate certain stuff. Like I know certain stuff clients want to see. So I can kind of anticipate them because I've done it long enough. I'm like, okay, they probably don't understand this part of the process. Even if they say they understand it.
Yeah, they just...
Even if they say, don't listen to them. Even if they say they understand the process, just understand you need to over-communicate.
Yeah.
And even sometimes people will be talking about like, bro, you talk a lot. I'm used to dealing with clients and customers, so sometimes I will over-communicate.
Yeah.
But I'm doing that simply because when you come back later, and I go, oh, you remember we talked? Oh, yeah, you did say that.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got that a lot of times with clients because they'll be like, oh, yeah, he did say that. And then they're not mad.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, yeah, you're right, you did.
Nothing you can say to it, yeah. There's nothing you can say.
Because like every time a client says something to me and we lose a client based on that, and we lose clients too.
Everybody
And I'm going
does.
to talk about this a little bit more, why I think this is important towards your development as a business person.
Yeah.
But every time I lose a client, I don't lose the next one because I'm just like, okay, this time I'm going to just communicate everything. Yeah. That's why you have those graveyard files in your business where it's like, okay, they didn't understand this. So now when you go back, it's a system.
Yeah.
You know how I am.
And you got to have repetition.
You communication cowboy, I'm systems P.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's just how I look at it.
Yeah, that's how I look at it.
That's
why it works, though. That's why it works. Seriously, though. Seriously.
But that's what I look at it as. It's like you got to have a way of taking all the information and having after action reports. Even Amazon does this, which is why did I lose and how can I win in the future? Yeah. Because if you keep losing the same way over and over, the problem is you.
Yeah, come on now.
You the problem.
You the problem.
Like my boy Pat say.
You the problem. You are the problem. Come on now.
So I think that's the biggest thing. Now, I want to go a step further, if you will allow me, DJ.
Come on with it. You know,
so
I like to go
I want to go a step further and talk about when it comes to clientele, what the philosophy you should have with clientele on 2 areas. So let's start with the first one. Some clients are not good clients. I think most people I've spoke blasphemy, right? Yeah. Some people are bad fucking clients.
Yeah.
And sometimes you need to fire their ass.
Immediately.
And the reason I say that is because
peace of mind. Because
the reason I say that is like we're trying to build a life where we have people who are understanding. And there's clients who are amazing clients. I have some amazing clients. When I say amazing clients, I love working with them because I give them the value they're supposed to get. And one, ethically, I'm always going to go hard. Habit of doing more than you paid for. We talk about that all the time. I'm always going to do more than I'm paid for. But some people are unappreciative. I learned this strategy as far as when I do coaching call clients. And I'm going to give away a little game, so some people might try to trick me in the future. But I got to do it because I love y'all so much.
Yeah.
But I ask clients 2 questions. Question 1, okay, what do you want to accomplish? And they tell me their goals. We go through all their objectives, right?
Yeah.
Question 2, why haven't you got it? And when people say, oh, because my mom, or they give any excuse but themselves, I won't work with them. And you know why? Because if they're complaining about everybody else, if they're complaining about what this person fucked up on, you're next.
You are
next.
Now. Your business next. You're gonna be.
As soon as they leave you, they're gonna be like, oh yeah, that business fucked me over and stuff like that. That's a bad client.
Yeah.
And the whole point is we got to be more discerning. It's like people in relationships to me. It's like you talk to anybody who wants to talk to you, anybody who like you, And then you
That's
surprised.
That's what I was gonna say, man. This same thing, we you know, this Mama's House, Penthouse, we're gonna convert it to client talk and things of that nature. But this same information can be converted over to your relationships. Yeah. Like your relationship with your mom, your relationship with your spouse, everything. It could be converted over. It's the same thing. It's just communication. It's just like
let me give you a scenario. Let's say for my fellas, ladies, you can flip it. You could flip the genders or whatever you into, actually. But you meet two girls. Yeah. One girl, she just broke up with her ex. Yeah. And you get into a conversation with her about the ex. I know for my fellas who like, I ain't talking about it. It's just a story.
For the sake of the conversation.
I know it's a little simpy. But anyway.
Mode 2.
But anyway, and she's like, oh, you know, me and my ex, we just saw things different or whatever. I still appreciate a lot about him. And you know, it just didn't work out. Versus, fuck him. You know what I'm saying? You better than him anyway. Now, most people like the second one. They like, ooh, yeah, she said I'm better. But trust me, as soon as you fuck up with her or you do something she doesn't like, she gonna be talking shit about you. Mm-hmm. Whereas the other person, because they're generally a good person, they have a generally good spirit, they're not gonna talk shit about you because that's not who they are. Mm-hmm. And the thing is, when I look at clients, that's who I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking to cultivate a list of clients who are generally good people, because at the end of the day, there's a misconception that you're supposed to let clients talk bad to you and do shit. I will fire a client. I just will. Yeah. If you talk shit to me, if you're trying to disrespect me, you're gone. You're done.
I'm not working with you.
And because the second thing I'm gonna talk about is the reason I feel confident doing that. But it's no hard rule that you gotta let people disrespect you. In the early stages, a lot of times you put up with shit simply because you're trying to get started. Yeah. That's what it is. But do you think the top people are putting up with that shit? If your work is quality and you got people coming in, yeah. Like, nah, no, sir. So if you ever work with us and you think that, yeah, now I'm about to get them under me, I'm gonna do more than I'm paid for. I'm gonna give you the best shit that I know possible. And I'm gonna give you a little bit extra because I'm gonna help advise you. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna do extra stuff.
Add a little
here, add a little there. There's no rule. I'm telling you right now, there's no rule that a person should be able to disrespect you, talk to you in a way that you don't feel like is like you would talk to another human being. Yeah,
hell yeah. Ethics. That shit. Like, come on now. I mean, I know we did an episode on this before, right? Just having, what was it, 8 Pillars of Prosperity? Yeah. We didn't do a whole episode on that. But
it was basically hard. Yeah. Well, it wasn't specifically about that, but it tied. We went through them all.
That's what I'm saying. But just having those, like, like I said, for me, it's working on, like, everybody. Client, if you purchasing something for somebody or you selling something, just focus on, I would say, being the best version of yourself. So that way business can be done properly. That way, you know what I'm saying, when you're purchasing something from somebody, I know I'm one of the best clients to everybody. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not, I do work with people. So everything that I don't like, I make sure that when I'm working with somebody, they don't have to experience it. Like, let's take Ashley Furniture for fucking example.
And right? I didn't want to get on that.
No. We're going to fucking get on it. No, we're going to get on it. I'm tired of that.
And this is what I'm saying about being a good client. We talked about this. If you go back to one of our episodes, I was like, I ain't going to tell you who it is.
Yeah, no, they on blast now.
Customer service sucks.
Yo, but the thing is, here's the problem that we have. We do client work. So one of the things that we're big on, we own a whole podcast. Think about what's going on. We own a whole podcast talking about communication. You think we're going to get off of here and not communicate with our clients? The reason why I'm so disgusted with Ashley Furniture is because they promised and did not deliver.
And then didn't communicate after.
And then even did not communicate after. Then their communication so trash. It's like, bro, what are y'all doing over there?
Like, and
they'll drop something out to you and call you and ask you, are you ready to get it dropped up? You dropped it. Where's the other?
They'll tell you, look, so we dropping this off for sure tomorrow. For sure, 100%. Make sure you clear out your entire day because we need you there. We need you there. And you like, bet, man, look, I'm finally getting my bed, man. I've been sleeping on an air mattress for the last couple months. I'm so happy, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, man, I got you tomorrow. Pull up. Open the thing. They give you a paper. I'm going to say, oh, so is the bed in there? Don't look like it's a bed in there. Oh, no, it's no bed.
Just the rails.
Just the rails? What am I going to do with these rails?
I'll just put them up in the corner
and then
until we deliver the other half of the bed.
And then you would say, okay, you know, this is pretty standard with this
COVID going on
here. COVID. 5 months? 5 months? You could go, I could go make the shit. Give me the schematic. Give me the schematic. I'll drive to y'all plant. Machine the shit myself and drive it back.
Before y'all deliver my bed.
So what I'm saying is, That's just horrible customer service, and I'll never purchase from them again.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. Though we not like this, I mean, it's on here now forever.
I
So
love
somebody
y'all.
else gonna see it and be like, damn.
Hey, man, look, it just letting you know my experience. You shouldn't have did it to me.
You shouldn't have did it.
That's why
So-
you treat everybody with great customer service.
we were great clients. We was patient.
Man,
we was
came
patient.
in, spent hella, like, come on.
Big
look at-
money.
Big money. Like,
Bands.
the whole, refurnished the whole apartment. Two
people come in simultaneously.
ready to spend. Got it ready for them and
Tens
everything.
of thousands on furniture. And you just, whatever.
Yeah, we just deliver that to them whenever.
Whenever.
So how many other people are getting treated like that? You know what I'm saying?
A lot. Matter of fact, we went to a client. He was like, we said, yeah, man. Because they was like, they deliver their stuff in like 30 days. I said, man, that's faster than my friend. He said, oh, you must be dealing with Ashley. That's bad.
How you know that?
Like, think about that. That's bad.
That's not bad, but they still running it up. Good old Ash.
Yeah.
Good. They still got a free ass spot on here.
Because they going to get you at least that first time.
Oh, yeah.
Because they like, yeah, well, shit, it's in your house. What you going to do? Take all of it back.
No,
You
you're
don't feel
not
like
doing that.
especially 'cause
You
now-
don't waited so long
Yeah,
for
like,
it.
shit,
The
yeah.
little piece you get, you happy.
They just an abusive boyfriend at this point.
All
I
right.
hope they change.
Enough about Ashley.
Enough. But no, that's a good thing. That's a good point though, because we firing them because they're bad.
Exactly.
But if a client is bad, now let's say we was unreasonable, like we ordered it like, during this time it's gonna take 6 to 8 weeks, and then one day later I call, where my furniture at?
Yeah, one
You
day
see-
later.
You see, refund him.
Yeah, refund
Yeah,
him.
this
ASAP.
motherfucker about to be unreasonable.
Exactly. Just
Like-
give him back his
Like, hey,
money.
you know what? I don't want to do it. I ain't want to do it. We had clients that they say certain stuff, and I just, well, you remember you used to say all the time? Oh, you're making me nervous.
Uh-huh.
Because you sounding like a client I'm about to fire.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people say that as like, isn't the client always right? No, they're not. You not. This is like somebody come in. I'm on the phone with him. I'm like, okay, yeah, so standard procedure is that when you do a Facebook ad, nah, fuck that bitch ass nigga.
Whoa.
I'm like, whoa, fam, I'm good.
Why was
Me and you have ended our business relationship. You just talk to me in a way that
I hope nobody
can't
on
even.
phone.
What I'm saying is,
Of course.
I'm saying is, people will tolerate that type of talk,
Yeah.
and I'm
yeah.
like, oh no,
I hope you're not
I'm
out here
doing
tolerating that type of talk.
I'm not doing that, and you shouldn't do that. So when I say unexpected expectations, the first part is what we talked about is, okay, let's do our best each time to set proper expectations. Even if they say they know. Don't let nobody tell you they know.
Yeah.
I'd even like to have drawn out processes. Hey, step 1's going to be this. Step 2 is going to be this. Step 3 is going to do this. This is typically the time it takes for this to be completed. Like we send people, every time we get a client, I send them the massive action playbook.
Yeah.
Which outlines timetable, when it's going to be, it's in writing. These type of things are important in business and systematizing because it's in writing.
Yes.
Hey, look.
And it helps. It helps.
Like, in your case, G,
Because some clients you work with, man, they got busy
it's
schedules.
like, hey, it usually takes between this many photos. It's usually going to take around this time table to get your photos back. Because the thing is, yeah, they might have unrealistic or unexpected expectations, but at the same time, it's your job as a business person to optimize your systems. One, because of peace of mind. My boy J-Dub, he told me this, and there's somebody else we working with. J-Dub, he was telling me this. He said, in network marketing, they say systems, and I had to steal this from him. System stands for save yourself stress, time, and energy and money.
Mm-hmm.
That's hard.
Save yourself stress, time, energy, and money. For real.
And remember that. Write that down.
For real.
Because that's what it is. So next time somebody comes and then you put that paperwork on them, there's nothing else to talk about.
It's all right
nothing
there.
else to
It's
talk
all
about.
right there in writing. Just
Well,
read
you remember
over.
because then you can tactfully do it. Like, oh no, you remember in the agreement we had. I remember I told you it was gonna take about. Oh yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. Because what really is happening is their emotions are flaring up. Like she said, you got to pay attention. What you told me in your story, she was like, everybody's posting the images and stuff like that. It's like that. Her emotions like, I want to be able to post about my wedding. It's her wedding day, and this goes back to what we was talking about one of the 8 pillars, having empathy. It's her wedding day. Understand that? Yeah, you got to feel her on that. But that's why if you set the expectations up front, you can kind of anticipate this stuff. Because like we always say, these people are coming from a space where they're spending their money with you. And I'm always very aware of that. Like, and money means different things to different people. Like for you, maybe you a baller and you watching this shit, and $200 don't mean shit to you. But to somebody, that's $200.
200 smackaroos.
Somebody, $20,000 ain't shit to him. Come on, man. I seen people spend $20,000 at the club. It ain't shit to them. They popping bottles.
Mm-hmm.
I seen my family members back in the day pulling up a nice car. They spend $10,000-$15,000. Ain't nothing
Somebody
to
was
them.
somebody just threw like $15,000
At the
club.
King Von thing.
Yeah, it was like,
So what I'm saying to you is, for some people it's nothing, but for some people, if you're empathetic, if you can see both sides of the coin, then you would understand, like, okay, well, shit, for that person, that this is what's going on with them. It's their wedding, $200. Or well, I don't know what the price was you charge, but I was just using $200 for an example. That might be a lot to somebody. But that's how I kind of look at it. And because I was talking to my brother the other day, and we was talking about dating and stuff, right?
mm-hmm.
And I've said this to you before. It's hard. I can see it in your eyes sometimes. You can't understand how the other half lives. You like, man, people actually be doing that shit?
Yeah.
And that's empathy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
What you mean?
Like it'd be some simp shit. Like, you'd be like, damn, dudes actually be out here worried about shit like that.
Oh yeah. You saying I can't even see the other half?
Like, it's so outside your reality. It's like, it's almost like some like if I told you, man, I just saw an alien back there. You like, alien?
Alien?
There's aliens, bro? Serious? Like, you bullshitting, right? And I show you, like, look at this little motherfucker. You like, what the fuck?
My homegirl, for the first time, explained to me what resting bitch face was.
Oh, this is beautiful. I love this. This is perfect.
I had no idea what it was.
Okay, for all my players out there who don't know what resting bitch face is, resting bitch face is when you walk up to a girl, she got that face like.
Yeah, I didn't know what that was. I had never.
Because for you all girls sweet, huh? For some dudes, it's not like that.
For you,
for the mere mortals, it's not like that.
I actually didn't know what it was.
I remember. I'm sorry, I gotta say this. I remember one time we was on Snapchat. And it was a girl. She was like, "Yeah, if you a dude sliding out of my DMs saying shit like this, get the fuck out of here with that." You slid in the DM.
Exactly.
You so funny. I said, "Oh."
Bro, did you see that? Oh my God, I wish I could take this clip and somehow put it on here. This has absolutely nothing to do with the episode. B King posted a video of Michael Jackson kissing a lady that was giving him the award.
Yeah.
And oh my God, she spilled it all on the stage. I'm talking about she just unloaded it. I'm talking about you could see it in her face. She was just like, oh my God, like Michael Jackson just kissed me. You know what I'm saying? It was just a whole different ball game. Yeah, super moist. I was like, oh my God, what happened there, man?
That's the king of pop.
Come on, man.
But anyway,
that superstar status.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying though, right? But that's just a example to say, like, some people can't see the other half. My thing is, it can apply to anything. On Mama's House of Penthouse, I like to use examples like that because it makes it more real for you.
Yeah, come on, man. Get it how you live, man.
It's like people like, man, people got to pay. Like, some people got to pay. That's another good point. I was telling somebody with empathy. Everybody pays a different price. Man, the Xboxes just came out in the PlayStation. Man, you know, we not on the list to get one for free.
Yeah,
but I'm seeing all these influencers, they sending them to them.
Yeah,
they unboxing them. Like, just got the new one. Then you go online. Oh, they sold out. Okay, you
gotta pay for that one.
I say, how am I gonna secure my PS5? You know what I'm saying?
Ain't none.
I'm not a PS5 person.
Yeah, Xbox. I got the Xbox 360.
Well, just because the value to me, right? One of my cousins, my favorite cousins, one of my favorite cousins too. He a PS5 all day.
The last game system I played was the Xbox 360, and then
some people be heartbroken when they find out a little shit. I'll play both if the game's good, but some people get heartbroken about that shit for real.
Yeah,
they be like, "I'm an Xbox player." No, I gotta stop watching you. P, you don't play the PS5. P is in your name.
The P is in your name. You gotta be on that PS5.
The P is for PS5.
Nah. I know you're an Xbox guy.
I play both though. I play both.
What is that?
I just like to do that shit because that's funny. Because I know that fucks with people.
What is that? The Xbox sign?
I know. I
gotta go watch us on YouTube. Y'all have to go.
Yeah, if you're not watching on YouTube, you're like, what is he doing?
You gotta go tune in on YouTube.
But to get back on track a little bit though, here is the second thing I want to talk about is your pipeline, right?
Yeah.
Because a lot of times it's scarcity that creates this feeling that we have to deal with the bad clients.
Yeah.
Which is scarcity. And when your pipeline is full, it's the same thing. Let me tell you something. Nobody's more dangerous than somebody who knows they got options. Think about that shit. Dating, relationships, anything.
Clients.
If you know you got options, let's say you got a bunch of, like, you take a woman who has a million dudes that want to talk to her, right?
Yeah.
She's not gonna put up with the same
Yeah,
shit.
she's not dealing
Same
with
thing with the dude. If every girl trying to talk
he's
to
not
him,
dealing with it.
if every girl trying to talk to him,
Oh God. Oh God. You talking about big text?
big text, yeah. If
Yeah,
every
big
girl
text.
trying to talk to big text, you're not putting up with that shit. But no, the reality is this or whatever, right? I say that jokingly or whatever, right? But when you got options, you're not worried about certain shit. And I feel like that's how you should take the approach of what you should be doing. Like we put out stuff so we can always have more clients coming in. So what we're doing is, let's say we can build a business off 100 clients, right?
Yeah.
100 reoccurring clients. So my job then is to get to that 100 client mark, but all of them be those type of clients that I like to have.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I might have to go through 300 clients, firing clients, some clients not wanting to work with me.
Yeah.
But I'm going to settle on that. I'm going to finally get to that client mark where I got some good clients and I'm also able to live a life and we got a good relationship. They get value, I get value.
Yeah.
8-hour work week talked about this. He had 80 clients. He said a lot of them was causing him all kind of heartache and stuff like this. But what he found was applying Pareto's principle. And I got to go on this really quick. Pareto's principle means 80% of your results come from 20% of your actions. So what you'll find with your clients is 80% of your revenue probably comes from 20% of your clients.
Yeah.
So what he did was he fired all the clients that wasn't really producing that much.
Yeah.
And then he duplicated that 20% over and over again. So he said he went from having 8 to 80 clients. No, went from 80 to 8 clients and was making more money.
Yeah. Wow.
And less headache.
That makes so much sense though. When you think about it, it's like, come on now. You really want it, but that's what you ultimately want to get to. But like you said at the beginning, you got to go through that phase where you need repetitions too. Don't sleep. Don't think that we saying just go off and fire everybody. Like go through it. You know what I'm saying? Go through the process so you understand like what it is. Because sometimes it's not gonna be just the client. You know what I'm saying? At the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Because you speaking, I know we speaking from our perspective and like where we are right now. But the reality is sometimes when you get into things, you're going to be the person that's providing the service that's tripping, but you just don't understand that you're tripping. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes you know what I'm saying? You might just...
It's like you said in the beginning, man. I honestly sometimes feel like people who don't read that much have a massive advantage. And the reason I say that is because most people who...
Too much information?
It's too much information and then it's not enough action. Because here's the reality, right?
Yeah.
So I take somebody like you, like, I don't read that much, but I know you're going to take action.
Yeah.
You're going to be inclined to take action. You're not going to be sitting around like with this situation, what we're talking about is you're going to have to be willing to get those repetitions in by taking action.
Yeah.
Like, that's what you got to be willing to do.
Yeah.
Because how do you get that sense of like, okay, this is the improper expectations? You're going to have bad interactions with clients. You're going to have clients that feel like you didn't inform them enough. You're going to have it because none of us can anticipate everything that the client may want. We can't anticipate they understand it. But as we go through more clients, we begin to understand how to anticipate them.
Yeah.
And then you put that in the system P. You put that in the system. And then next time, instead of trying to remember you, like, oh yeah, clients usually be having these problems. So up front, I'm going to tell this client what it is.
Yeah, exactly.
Just so it ain't even know. And even sometimes when a client says something, I'll call you and be like, hey, look, next time we talk to the client, we can't tell them this because this is what we dealing with right now.
Exactly. And it's trial and error. That's why I say.
Well, you'll call me, same thing.
Yeah. So like they expecting this when we sell them this, so we can't really do that anymore. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's trial and error though. You got to keep going. That's why I say at the beginning of the episode, I'm encouraging everybody to just fucking do it. Just do it. Get in the field. Yeah. Because if you're not in the field, then you're not gonna ever understand how to run the plays. And if you don't run the plays, you can't score no touchdown.
Exactly.
You know so you're not gonna score every time anyway. So you might as well just get in the game, get some repetitions in.
And that's why you gotta fill up your pipeline.
Yeah.
Like you gotta fill up your pipeline because with the clients, like I said, it's scarcity. Get out of the scarcity mindset. So you got 2 clients, of course, you're gonna feel like you obligated to listen to a lot of that shit. Yeah. But if you got 200 clients, you think you're gonna deal with that when you got 200 people ready to work for you? And how do you become that type of person? This is what I call the habit of doing more you pay for on a macro level. So on a micro level, that's just client to client, you're doing more than you pay for. On a macro level, this is why influencers exist. This is why people put out free content. This is why we do stuff like Mama's House to Penthouse. This is what I call macro value. Like a client, we've got so many clients off the podcast. Yeah. Right? We've got mentioned in articles like Yahoo Finance, stuff like that, just because we've provided value. Yeah. So this is value that when somebody sees us, if I'm just being real, you think when somebody sees us mentioned in a major publication, yeah, that it doesn't make them want to come do business with us
Yeah.
versus
for
somebody
sure.
else.
Hell yeah.
You don't think that fills up our pipeline?
Mhm.
So if you put this extra value out there with something that somebody can be like, man, I watch them every week talking about this.
Mhm.
Even if it is a photography business, I don't care what it is, you're giving this extra value outside.
Yep. Get your
One-
YouTube channel. Hop on
One,
YouTube.
it helps fill up your pipeline. Two, it gives people a different level of respect when they come to you.
And you get to emotionally connect. That's what this is. You get to see the type of people that we work with are our type of people because they like us. They like our humor.
And they
you know
have
what I'm
respect
saying?
for us.
And they have respect for us. You know what I'm saying? So that's the key. That's why I really love content like this, YouTube. You know what I'm saying? All these podcast platforms because you get an opportunity to hear how someone thinks. You know what I'm saying? You get the opportunity to hear how somebody talks. You know what I'm saying? So it's really just a excellent way to just
Filter.
emotionally, and just filter it out and just emotionally connect with you know what I'm saying, the just clients in general or future clients and all of those type of things.
That's a good point though. Like you said, you watch us. I mean, we may make a joke on here that one of our clients, like we said this about one of our clients before about when you put the big dick energy on there.
Yeah.
And she was like, I wouldn't even fuck with y'all if y'all wasn't on that.
Mhm.
Right. So I'm saying it's just a joke, but at the same time, it's our type of humor. But if I want you to say this, say we lose clients because they listen to a podcast and say, oh, I don't like that you said this on here.
That's perfect.
That's fine.
That's actually
Because
perfect.
When I get a client that does fuck with it, then I don't have to do all this. Oh, let me act this certain way to try to get your business, sir. And I just talk to them regular on the phone.
Exactly. You don't have to. It's not this character thing that you got to exhaust yourself with.
And I think that's what it is when you're talking about being straightforward with our communication.
Yeah.
A lot of people are just not straightforward with their communication. This doesn't go just for business. This goes for life. This goes for relationships. Most of us just can't say what it is.
Yeah.
Just say what it is.
And then what you'll realize too is like the client appreciates that about you. You know what I'm saying? Like they value that about you. You're yourself unapologetically. You know what I'm saying? And people who pay you, they want to see that. They want to see you, you know what I'm saying, continue being yourself unapologetically. That's
why they came to you.
Exactly. That's why they came to you. They would rather, and then
I feel like they'd be disappointed if they come to work with us and you walk up there, you full suit.
You know what I'm saying? I might wear a suit on them. I might wear a suit on them.
No. But you get what I'm saying. Like,
yeah.
Perked
up
I like
everything.
Suits.
Yeah.
Let me say, I don't know what that shit is about. Like people like, I ain't wearing a suit. Like, I love suits.
Yeah.
But I also like just dressing down like regular too.
Yeah.
Get you someone who can do both. Whatever. that was whatever. But anyway, what I'm saying is, if you wore a suit, walked in there, and you're like, "Hey, how's it going, sir?"
Yeah.
I'm Country Cowboy. They would be like, "Nah, man.
That's not the dude I ordered.
I came here to work with Country Big Checks Cowboy.
The aggressive motherfucker on all these platforms.
That's what I came to work with.
Yeah, I don't want to work with nothing else. And then you mix all of that. You mix your real true self with the habit of doing more than you paid for, with good communication. You mix your true self.
Bro, that's what you said. That's what you said when we first met.
Mm-hmm.
You said, man, I wanted to be aggressive. I wanted to have maybe some hood shit mixed in. But I wanted to be good systems behind it. Because when it's good systems behind it, you just sitting there like, I can't say nothing.
Can't say nothing about it.
Running.
I told you I figured that out early in school. Like if you just do what you say you will, the teachers won't. Like when you crack a joke, it's not offensive. You know what I'm saying? Like when you do something, it's not really offensive because it's like you do what you say you will. So it's like a little cheat code. It's like I figured that out early. So it's like you take that into business. You set those proper expectations and you just do what you say you will, you'll realize that you really won't have any bad reviews. You know what I'm saying? Because you set those up and those people, they understand that.
You know what my favorite compliment is?
Yeah.
When somebody meets us in person and talks to us for a while and they be like, you know what, bro, you like you are, like I would have thought you would be.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're not different.
Yeah.
Like you're not this character online, and then when I meet you in person, you like this whole different character.
Exactly.
And like that's what one of my biggest things was when I first ever got on the camera. And this is constantly something I'm trying to do: is how can I bring that authentic version to we had a whole episode last week about this. How can I bring my authentic version of myself out and still be a business person?
Yeah.
Because one thing about the life I wanted to build, and this is one thing I want to tell you, G-Walk, because G-Walk even said, he said, man, y'all are like y'all when I see y'all online.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say this. What type of life are you trying to build long term? Do you want to build a life where you're just like a whooping boy for the clients? Like you just running around, yes, sir, yes, sir, yeah, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, okay. And then people talking to you bad, they talking down to you, they talking shit to you. Like, is that the life you want? Because you don't have to do that. I'm telling you, you don't have to do that. Or do you want a life where you have mutual respect for each other? You give the client tremendous value because you're going to we always do more than we pay for.
Got to.
We always. That's our MO.
If you're listening to this podcast,
like, don't ever think I'm saying
you have to do it now.
Like, don't think that I'm saying I'm gonna give them half-ass work and expect to be like, oh, yeah, I don't have to do anything for the clients. I'm like, we start with the mindset that we're gonna do more than we pay for anyway. So that's my basis. So you understand where I'm coming from. So, but I got mutual respect for my client. It's a collaboration. Me and you are trying to get somewhere together if you work with us. So I'm gonna start with the habit of doing more than I pay for. If I do make a mistake, communication cowboy style, we gonna communicate with you.
Yep.
And
Easily.
then when I make a mistake, I'm gonna put a system in place so it doesn't happen again. Systems P.
Exactly.
So the thing is, when I look at the whole architecture of building a business, it's not just about building a business or even a system or communicating. It's about constructing this life.
Yeah.
It's this life so you can set up with less stress. You communicate, I'm pretty sure, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, so you don't have more stress.
Yeah, no, that's for sure. That's what you do. You don't leave it because what happens is you just keep putting it off, and then it just builds up, and then you have to face it one day.
Yeah.
And then it's very stressful. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? On that day.
Worse, because now motherfucker calling you hot.
Yeah, it's been days on end. You know what I'm saying? When you could have just probably been real up front and got that over with. But like I said, get in the field so you can go through that and then you understand it. So that's why you say, like, you make a mistake. Next client, every client gets a brand new version. They should get a better version of your business. Every single client. And then eventually it'll be perfected. You know what I'm saying? Then you could just...
I'll give you a pipeline. So before I met you and I was taking clients, right? I remember the first client I ever had, all I had was like a little contract for him, and that was it.
Yeah.
Right? Just a little contract. I always work with contracts. That's one thing I always did. And then I remember after about 2 or 3 clients, I started getting this like welcome letter. Like I would send them the welcome letter. Hey, this is your project. This is what we're going to do. Now, not only do we have like welcome letters, we have presentation packets, we have client kickoff forms that you fill out to put all your information on file. We have onboarding processes. We have communication platforms that we put you in so we can communicate with you easily and we can share files back and forth. All that didn't happen day one.
Mm-hmm.
But all this stuff allows us to manage our lives and manage their expectations really well.
Exactly. You talk about having fun and running a business. You want to do something you want to create something that you having fun doing. Like you don't want it to, what is it saying? You working on your business. What is it?
You're not working in the business. You're working on the business.
Yeah, you're not working in the business.
If you never heard that before, you're in luck. But that's basically, we talked about that in the outsourcing episode. But the biggest thing of that is when you're working in your business, you in the weeds, right? It's like my brother's building a restaurant, right? The restaurant's amazing, but now the restaurant's getting so big, he has to transition from working in the business to on the business.
Yeah,
because he has to build it, and I'm helping him with it, of course, but building out the administrative part where it's like, what if you got 6 restaurants? What if you want to turn this into a franchise?
Mm-hmm.
Right? You can't be so far into like the kitchen working
if you want to do
where
that.
It's like you not able to look up and say, okay, how do I expand this thing at a large level? And that's kind of how I look at everything. I'm not trying to build. I'm not just trying to make money. Of course, we're trying to make money.
Yeah.
But I'm also trying to build a life that I enjoy. I wake up every day, and I know you can agree with this. And sometimes I think other people from the outside looking in misinterpret what wealth is.
Mm-hmm.
If you got complete control of your day right now, I mean, fuck if you don't have that much money, then that's wealth.
Yes.
Now, the caveat, some people try to be like, well, somebody takes care of me. I don't think you're truly happy with that.
Mm-hmm.
But if you can take care of yourself and you wake up every day doing exactly what you want every day, you are successful.
Yes.
And I'm always trying to build a life. I do want to build a large fucking empire. I do want to build a huge company. I do want to have a bunch of influence. I do want to create something huge as large in life. I do want to impact millions of people's lives, billions of people's lives.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to build that up in a way that's sustainable for me.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to let a client talk to me any kind of way. If they do, they're no longer my client. I'll give you your money back.
You trying to fire clients?
I'm trying to fire a client because, and I'm putting that message out because if anybody comes to us thinking that, oh yeah, I'm about to talk, I'm just not going to do it.
100%.
Like my integrity is not tied up in what somebody pays me. I remember people used to have them when we was young. Would you do this for $10 million? No.
No, hell no, I'm not doing that.
I'm not doing certain shit for, it doesn't matter how much money you pay me.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it.
The 8 pillars.
Like for example, this is an easy example. let's say I walk out of here and somebody walks up to me in a back alley. Hey, bro, here's $10 billion for you to fuck over Cowboy. No.
Yeah, just what here's $10 billion.
It's like some people like, that's you.
Yeah, you'll do it.
I can't live with that.
Yeah.
I can't live with that.
Yeah, certain people. It's the 8 pillars
of prosperity. One of them, integrity.
You gotta have it. Got to have it.
So
you're doing business, you gotta have it.
So think about this in that episode, which if you haven't seen this, the watch Should You Support Black Business episode. One important thing I talked about in there is if you build your temple of prosperity with those 8 pillars, nothing can ever destroy your temple.
Exactly.
So as I get successful, I'm not looking over my shoulder because I haven't done anything illegal.
Yeah.
I don't feel I haven't fucked anybody over.
Yeah.
Somebody might not like my service, but I didn't fuck them over.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not looking over my shoulder. I wake up every day, I can look myself in the mirror knowing I've done honest dealings with everybody I've worked with.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very tolerant of other people. I'm impartial. And I work with people I fuck with.
Yep.
And it's only getting better and better. So to me, that's the life you want to build, right? You want the good life. You don't just want the money, you want the good life.
Yeah, because
you don't just want to have the women, you want the good life.
Yeah, you don't want it all.
You want the good life.
You can't have a piece of it. You gotta have the whole burger.
All of it, or none of it matters.
Exactly.
It's like they said, you could be rich as the world, but if you don't have your health.
Yeah.
Like if you just in the bed all day, like sick, you can't move, but you a trillionaire. Does it matter?
Mm-hmm.
Does it matter? So by the same token, when you're building up these customers and stuff like that, a lot of times we like to go back to the foundation, just like we said in one episode. The question, it presupposes that something happens before that, right? Like I got a client a certain way. So 2 things I say, just to kind of wrap up here, is the first part of it is expectations have to be set properly. And sometimes it's going to happen because you just growing your business.
Yeah.
But remember, every time it happens, don't get mad. Just be like, okay, next time I'll make sure I do that.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
And then
like,
next time,
yep.
You set the proper expectations. The second thing is cultivate. Like we said, you can do extra value outside of what you're doing. So when clients come in, they're already kind of primed to your style.
Yeah.
So anybody watching this episode, they become a client. They know like, hey, as long as it's mutual respect, we good. But if they disrespect me, I'm good with letting them go.
Exactly.
They know that about me coming in. So you want to start priming clients that kind of way that it's like, hey, it's a mutual respect thing. And then from there, I would say start cultivating that pipeline. Like start putting out stuff, start helping clients, start providing value in whatever your industry is, because then you'll start attracting clients just passively.
Exactly.
People hit us up all the time because they see the podcast. People hit us up all the time because they see DJ going hard on his story. People hit us up all the time because they might go see a YouTube video or something. And then once you do that and your pipeline is full, then you'll have clients who come in who are better clients.
And don't think that you need 1 million subscribers to get shit popping. To date,
oh no,
I only have today's day, whatever today's date is, I only have about like 700, 800 subscribers on YouTube. Now, you can see this podcast 5, 6 years from now and be like, God damn, it was only at 700. But even at these times, we still picking up, you know what I'm saying, potential clients that just love our style and things of that nature. So don't get caught up in the numbers. That shit don't mean nothing. Put your content out. Let it work. Let it work for you and just create.
All you need is one.
Yep.
All you need is one good client. And that one client could lead you to connecting with so many other people. That's why it's important to always do things more than you're paid for. Yeah. And I would say this, just the last thing with it is basically that most people make the mistake of feeling like that they themselves are like a subordinate person, but you're human. Like you deserve decency.
Yeah.
Nobody deserves to be talked to bad. Nobody deserves to be spoken down to. So me, I've never spoken down to people who work for me. I've never spoken down to people who worked under me. I've never spoken down to people who buy the service from me. I just don't fuck with that, right? Even when people do bad service, I'm still not going to talk to the human being like they're less than a person. I'm just going to comment. I'm going to just comment on the principle. This is shitty service.
Yeah.
Y'all need to work on this shit.
Yeah. Just like Ashley.
Y'all need to work on this shit.
Please.
Y'all need to work on it. You, Ashley Furniture, need to work on this shit.
Please.
Final thoughts.
My final thoughts on the Penthouse is, man, I just want people to understand that, you know what I'm saying, the proper, to just set proper expectations for your clients, just to communicate with them at the beginning. That way they understand what it is that you want to accomplish. And, you know, at the end of it, everybody's happy. You know what I'm saying? So I just like to say, my final thoughts really is just to, you know what I'm saying, communicate. Because that communication is what's gonna really tip it over. It's gonna put you in that space where people just put a little bit more respect on you. Cause when somebody communicates with me, you gotta think about when somebody keeps it real with you. You know what I'm saying? Or when somebody sets proper expectations for you. It may seem weird in the moment, but you respect it. You know what I'm saying? They might catch you off guard. You know what I'm saying? And you wasn't expecting it, but you even kind of tense up and you start to put a little bit more respect on it because it's like, okay, this person just, because like if you set up a meeting with somebody, I do this all the time. I set up something like with somebody, I'm still in my final thoughts, right? I set up something with somebody, they say, hey, let's meet next week, right? And if they're not serious, they won't set a date. Like they want a Thursday. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, just keep that in mind. Communicate.
We always set date.
You set a date. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's just side note. I'm just thinking about the communication portion of it. Always communicate with your people so that way the proper expectations can be set. And that's just my final thoughts from the Penthouse.
Yeah.
Should I go ahead and give them where I'm from too? I mean, not where I'm from. Where they gonna find me?
Well, we usually do it. Well,
at the end.
Yeah. But I will. My final thoughts ain't gonna be long today. My biggest thing is build the life. Like, think about with the clients that somebody's got it wrong or whatever, right? Because there's these cliche sayings about the customer's always right, the client's always right, but nothing is subordinate to your human decency, and nothing's subordinate towards like you building the life you want. You're here to build the life that you want. You're here. My whole mantra is create a future where you're in control. You're here to do that. And in the world right now, we can build that shit. We can build that. It's possible. That's why we do what we do, and we give you the tools to build that shit. Like DJ said, communicate, and then be willing to go get those bruises. Sometimes you're going to have bad interactions with clients, but it makes you better. And then only reason I can be so good with clients and I can anticipate clients, not because I was special, is because I've lost clients and said, I'm not doing that again.
Exactly.
So just be willing to go through it. Sometimes it's going to be there, but hey, just suck it up and you will become great at dealing with clients and anticipating the crazy shit they do.
So I guess it's my turn, right? Go ahead and give them the sauce pack. Go ahead and check me out on all social media platforms, Country Cowboy with 2 Y's. I noticed on YouTube, I'm gonna talk about YouTube first. Spell the name because I'm new to YouTube as of today. Like, spell the name together. So Country Cowboy with 2 Y's at the end. If you put a space in between it, I won't pop up. Okay, so make sure that you put it with 2 Y's at the end.
So I try to do that with the SEO.
Yeah.
On these, do that. I do both.
Okay. On here, I need to try to do it on YouTube so that way, but I still need to beat the algorithm because there's a lot of cowboy videos that just pop up in general. So I need to pop up before then, but we're gonna get there.
Well, go like the video.
Go like the videos. Yeah, make sure y'all go tune in on Cowboys Ranch because I'm pumping out content. I need more and more people to engage with it so that way my content can get like to the top of the feed, and that way we can start blowing up on YouTube. I want to blow up on YouTube. I need y'all help to go help me, you know what I'm saying, do that. So go over to Cowboys Ranch. Like I said, Country Cowboy with 2 Y's. Go get that, okay? Also, follow me on Instagram, Country Cowboy with 2 Y's. Same on all platforms. You know what I'm saying? Get you some of that. If you go to the link in my bio, which is countrycowboy.com, everything is Country Cowboy, okay? I need you to go to countrycowboy.com so you can get hip to all of the stuff that we have available for you, okay? On there, I have my YouTube channel. You can go look at that. I have the Influencer. The Influencer is something I want to talk to y'all real quick about that you have to go get. The Influencer is an online course that's designed to really teach you how to grow your following extremely fast, okay? Like, a lot of people talk about strategy, post 6 times a day, post 7 times a day, all of that is cool. But there are principles that these influential people follow that if you break them down and study them like I did, I studied them for at least a year, 2 years, to just to discover that they all follow the same principles, even myself. And some influencers subconsciously follow these principles, and that's why they're so amazing. That's why their accounts grow so fast. So if you had these principles, you could do the same thing. It's literally that simple. And the most important part is really, bro, it's so inexpensive, P. It's so inexpensive. It's $1 per principle. It's $17 right now.
I'm gonna start saying it's 50 cents because you get exercise too that helps you implement.
Yeah, you get exercise at the end of each principle. That
it's $1 per module.
It's $1 per module. Come on now, and you get exercise at the end that pretty much teaches you. Like, we go out in the field and do the same things that we're telling you to do. So if I'm telling you a principle, I go out in the field and demonstrate how to do it, so you can instantly. You know what I'm saying? It's really the future, honestly, because like for myself, I just talked about me not really consuming information. I don't know if we put this on the podcast. Did we? Yeah. Not really consuming information through
books,
just from books. I like to get it. I like to hear people talk. I like to do all types of stuff. So it's like, man, just go tap in on the influence.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. People think that's cheap.
No, man. Get the information how you need it. Go get the influencer right now. CannotBeFamous.com. Go run over there and grab it. It's only $17 because you can. And to everybody who thinks that they just magically can't be an influencer for some strange reason, there are people on YouTube right now who is extremely famous for eating crab legs, okay? I'm telling you right now, all they do is turn on their camera and eat crab legs. There's a lady who probably...
you thinking you should eat crab.
That's what I'm saying. So it's literally a mind frame switch that, I can do this.
Opening present.
You know what I'm saying? That's really all it is. So purchase the influencer and get in the game. I'm telling you, it's the future. It's 2020. Okay? Get in the game right now. Get in the game. Get in the game. Get in the game.
Yeah. Princeton Hicks on everything. PRINSTONHICKS. I'm on everything.
Yeah.
YouTube. I'm about to start I've been cranking that up again, which is the Massive Action Rant. I'm just kind of doing the opinion pieces, and I teach business on the Massive Action Movement show.
Yeah.
Which is basically me teaching you business concepts to help you just navigate the world of business, create a future where you're in control. That's what I'm big. That's what the Massive Action Movement is about. Right now, if you want to learn how to build systems, how to build process, how to build you a successful business, I would encourage you to go get How to Start a Business in 30 Days. This is the most comprehensive and well put together business course that there is.
Yeah,
that's what I feel at this point, because
the way we're
explaining it, every piece of a business we go through it. 4 stages of the business: the conceptualization, the organization, the systemization, and then the maximization on that. So that's basically taking your idea from start all the way to when you're marketing it online and getting it out to people and starting generating money. Understanding what business models are, understanding what marketing is, understanding how to tell a brand story, understanding how to create a company vision, put everybody under that vision and get them going in the same direction, how to manage people. Fuck, I forgot how much shit was in there.
Yeah, it's in there.
I forgot how much shit was in there. 50 plus videos.
Yeah.
So you can really do this almost like a digital reference book.
Yeah.
So it's like certain lessons you like, okay, I watched the whole thing one time through, but then it's this one lesson I need to go back to. You can listen. You can go back and watch as many times as necessary, kind of refresh your memory on it. Because that's the best way I think to use it.
Yeah.
It's just like a reference. Like you might not go all the way through it at once, but then when a lesson comes up, you can be like, oh yeah, let me go to video number 7 because it was talking about X, Y, Z.
Exactly.
And like I say, it is really, really inexpensive. I mean, this thing has sold for over $300 before. Right now, it's way down, but it will go up.
It will go up.
It will go up.
How much is it?
It's only $37, I believe.
Right now. Okay.
It's only $37 right now. So, and this is a complete business course. Like, this is everything you would learn about business system building, everything we talk about. Also, we talk everything we use to build up. Everything I use to go from my mama's house to Penthouse is right there on the title. Is the title right here?
It's somewhere
right
over
here.
there.
It's right here on the title. Everything I use to do this, go from mama's house to Penthouse.
It's in there.
Right there. That's what is in this course.
For $37.
So go over there right now.
I strangely believe people gonna wait until the price go back up.
Yeah, and then they're gonna be like, man, could you somehow? I did.
It was there. If you watching this right now, you didn't watch this video for nothing. Like this, if you back here at this point, it's some action that needs to be taken. You got to take some action on something. It's time. And we doing guys a favor. We doing all of y'all a favor by making it, these courses, because they so valuable. We making it as inexpensive as we possibly can so that you can absorb this knowledge. Because at the end of the day, we know just spiritually we're gonna be taken care of. So we just want people to get this information. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I hope you understand the energy. Like, we take pieces out of our day just to come down here and film episodes like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, certain days you going through certain stuff. You don't really want to film. You know what I'm saying? You come down here and knock it out anyway because you want the people to get this knowledge. It's not about, it's like at some point in your life,
bigger than
you got to realize it's way bigger than you. It's way bigger than all of this shit that you can even fathom. It's like, how can we make the people better? How can we make the people around us better? Like,
how can they create a future
where they in control? And that's really what this is all about. You know what I'm saying? Mama's house is Penthouse. My name is Country Cowboy. This is Princeton Hicks.
And
G-Walk in the back.
That's the best way to get out of here.
God damn it.
I open my eyes, I see them snakes in the sky, saying that they down the ride. Really, they down for the ride. Really, they down for a piece of my pie. Look in my eyes, you can see that I'm tired. Look at my ties, you can see I got drive. All these emotions, I put them aside. All this potential, I bring it to life. I look them dead in the eyes. Cause I really want it, and I'm really working, and I'm really stressing out because I'm nervous.